right, hey guys, on today's video, we are going to talk about lane striping your sectional, AFX, Tyco, Lifelike, anything you can think of. This is a great way to do it. Over the years, I've done various methods when I was doing a lot of the AFX type tracks. I can tell you, do not use tape, don't use stickers, don't use any of that stuff. The main reason is because the rail height and inconsistencies in that, the tape will actually lift your pickup shoe up off the rail, and also the tape can come up, it can get stuck to the tire, all that stuff. So a great way, and we've already done this, this inside one with the yellow, but we're gonna do the blue one today, and I'll show you what I did. So we have our paint pen. You can see it does have a kind of a pointed tip. And what I found actually works better is to make the tip more blunt. Now, I'm sure you could shape the tip. There's probably all kinds of things you could do to it, which that's what we're gonna try today. So I have some flush cut pliers here. You wanna do this before you get paint on this. So right now, there's no paint on this. As you can see, it's white, it's not blue. This one obviously has paint on it. And before we go to that point, we're going to use a little bit of alcohol. You can use whatever you want really for cleaning your track, a degreaser of some type or alcohol, and I'm gonna just wipe it on the center slot here. I like to use the center slot because there's really nothing that can ever come in contact with that, with the exception of a crown gear or a guide pin if you're running the car super low. I guess on T-Jets you could have a body screw touching that, but for the most part it's away from where the tires are gonna be. So we're gonna take this guy, and I'm gonna actually, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it. Okay, so we've made it kind of a blunt tip, and then I'm going to do this to make a little step there. Okay, I haven't done this yet, so I'm not sure quite how it's gonna work, but this hopefully will be an improvement over how it was. Like I said, before you get paint flowing, this is what you wanna do. You wanna do that work prior. Now to get the paint flowing, and you also wanna shake it up really good, but I like to shake it not more than twice or you're playing with it. Don't forget that, guys. But you can see now we got paint coming down, and every time you push it down, more paint is gonna come out. So I like to get it nice and saturated. Make sure too that it's not going through onto your table or on your buddy's table. But basically that's at a point now where we can apply it. The reason I cut that little step there is that can actually fit down into your guide slot. Okay, and we'll do both sides. Now, if you don't want to do both sides, you could just do one side, and I will drop, get more, reload that every once in a while. But if you didn't want a lot of paint on there, you could definitely only do one side, but you can see both sides are getting their share of paint. Go as light or heavy as you want. This will, over time, this is gonna come off just with normal use, track cleaning, all that stuff. Looks like I was pushing down a little bit too hard, and some of it was spraying off onto the outside here, but you can wipe that off. Obviously, the more you do, the better you're gonna get. Also too, if you wanted to keep this thing a little bit drier so that it's not splattering, there's a lot of options that you can do there, but for the most part, there is, your track piece. If you do have a little bit of overspray, not the end of the world, that will definitely come off eventually, but now you can clearly see what lane's the blue lane, what lane's the yellow lane. I have heard of guys, making things that can hold this and roll it, but if you cut that tip correctly, and you could even cut it to where it does have like a little bit of a T shape, there's just not a lot of tip there to do that with. You could get a much thinner line, but I know you guys in the same boat as I am. None of us are getting any younger. None of our eyes are getting any better. And having more color on the track so that when you're turn marshaling and you can see that, to me, the more the merrier. So yeah, that's how you do it. If you wanted to remove it, you probably would end up making a big mess. And so I would recommend that, you know, if you do get to a point where you do this, that you have your layout figured out. I have seen guys where they only do their straightaways because the straights are ambidextrous, whereas this could be the inside here. And if you have an overpass, it could be different on this side. So just keep that in mind when you do your layout. I don't want to scare anybody away from not doing this, because to me, this really makes a huge difference on the racing. And two, you know, I know racetracks don't have these colors on them. They also don't have power rails. They also don't have guide pin slots. So to me, it really gives a slot car track the proper look of a slot car track when you start adding the lane colors. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. That actually is almost dry to the touch. So if you guys are wondering how long does it take to dry, I would say, you know, give it a couple of hours if you have fan blowing on it or whatnot. But pretty cool. Like to hear how you guys have been doing it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one.